Get your sunglasses on. It's sunny. Isn't it nice to say that for a change? Lovely bit of sunshine. So, out a bit later than normal. Hopefully the tide is going to play ball and we're going to get down onto the beach and do these pics from Carol. Despite the glow in the sky, which is always welcome, it's still quite chilly, and unfortunately I think I've got a bit of a sniffles coming on, so if you hear me sniffing or anything during the video, apologies in advance. Not much I can do about it though, unfortunately. I've actually got quite a few pics to get through today, so that'd be nice for those of you into your old pics. But for those of you who are more into just seeing me go places, I've also got a bit of distance to cover as well, if everything goes to plan. So as I say, first port of call is up here on the seafront, see if I can get down onto the beach to get where I want to get to. Fingers, this is looking promising. Yes, ideal. Okay, now, the only thing is I would look for a photo I had from a long time ago, couldn't find it anywhere. But what it would have shown you would have been taken from the pier. It would have shown you from about here up to nearly the end of these railings. You would be able to walk out onto an area there with deck chairs, etc. And they were the shelters, because underneath them you could go in underneath and shelter from the rain or the elements or the sun even. And there were deck chairs under there and everything. It was all very different, all very nice. But down here on the beach, where Carol's got a few more family pictures to show us, you can see them slightly visible in the corner of a couple of images. Yes, I've got down to the beach. Smash in. Right, so almost where that lady is sitting would be the end of the shelter. So we'll go and line up as best we can. Show you a couple of shots. So around about here we have the first one. As you can see, the top of the shelter to the left, and there used to be ice cream huts. Here's Carol's mum having an ice cream. Lovely. Here she is now with the place where she got the ice cream from in the distance. Sat in a deck chair down here on the beach. Lovely. And here she is, sat down in her deck chair on the beach with St Michael's Church and the top of the Spanish cellars, or what would have been then the Bella Vista, which we're looking at now, visible in the background. Here we go. So there we go, 3 in very quick succession, all about this part of the beach and the old shelter. Would you like some more? I expect you would. Why not? Not far to go for our next one. If you remember in a video about a week ago today, I was saying about how that wall there used to slope down in line with the ramp, and I showed you this picture of Carol and her mum sat on it. Well, the question is, of course, who was taking all these pictures? That's right, it was Carol's dad. Let's see if we can line up a rare picture of Carol's dad. Well, that's the top of the Doctors, and as I said, the wall there used to be slanted down in line with the ramp. And here's Carol and Carol's dad on the beach. Lovely. All these were in the 50s, early 50s, smashing. And of course, it won't be very long before we get on to some slightly more recent pictures as well. Excellent. How nice to finally see the face behind so many of these lovely pictures that Carol sent in. Wonderful. Thank you so much, kind sir, for your efforts in photography. Train. Quite nice to be down here on the beach for a change, especially in this weather, in amongst all the dog walkers. But as much as it's nice to wander on the sand, I need to get the sand out of my shoes and get back onto solid ground for what will be the next photo in my bonanza session of Carol's then and now pics. That's better. Solid ground. So much easier to walk on. Okay, so all along the frontage there of that, when it was the Clifton House Hotel, and a cafe and amusement arcade. There used to be a little yellow wall. Here's Carol, 1974, I think, with her son, sat up on the wall. There we go. And he's got his little wooden dog called Timmy, which he loved to death, which he's still got today apparently. And to give you a reference, in that picture, there's a couple of people walking along in the background. I'd be stood taking this photo roughly where those two people are in the background of Carol's pic. Lovely. Cheers, Carol. Much lower wall back then. Shall we do a full seawall walk? Shall we go the distance? Why not? Weather like this, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? It's deceiving. Lovely weather, lovely sun. But you look around, everyone's got their hoods up, everyone's got gloves on. It goes to show how it certainly isn't as warm as it looks like it is on the video. And quite a busy wall, by the look of things. Now, as for trains, I don't really know where we are today with those. We should see a few, I think, just on principle. But I don't think there's a glut coming through or anything. Not sure exactly what the time is at this precise second, but I hadn't planned for that. I'd more planned to get myself down on the beach to do those pictures from Carol, which I'm glad I've managed to finally do. I've been talking about them for so long. Hope you enjoyed them. I missed my usual shot of walking through the Seawall gates. Never mind. He snuck up on me. Let's see if we get a toot at Spray Point. What a toot. Hope you got that one. Hope the wind blocker didn't spoil things. I was going to take the wind blocker off actually. Right, wind blocker off. Hopefully it's not going to get too breezy. Hello train. You didn't sneak up on me, did you? No. Saw you coming. All together. Whee! Lovely. So we get a few more of those. Still got a lot of driftwood. Here we go, Spray Point. Not rushing to feed Rufus. Do that later. You're a train. Smash in. How pleasant to be here and think, haven't got to rush back. It's not too cold. I can go the distance, so I shall. That going the distance is a very special reference for someone watching this. They understand what it means. Thinking of you, mate. He gave a nice loud toot, so I turned around and started filming. And there's half of our blue and green, just the blue part. For those of you keeping count, and I'm sure some of you are, Mum's eye drops. 3 drops, 4 times a day. I'm at the midway point now. Literally 3 weeks ago I started, and 3 weeks today I'll be finished. So where does time go? Where does time go? Oh. remember Carol? Even more pics. Here we go. Carol's dad. 1964. With a little dog, Carol's little dog, Mitzi, accompanying them there, tucked in at the side. He's pushing Carol's daughter in the pram. And the pram was rented from the big toy shop in Teignmouth, she says, for 10 shillings for the duration of the time they were down here. Lovely. Thanks again, Carol. Smashing. I love the little stories that go with them. There we go. I have officially done the distance. Let's talk about Smugglers Lane, shall we? Why not? I came down there the other day, and about halfway down the showed an old pic of a bridge with some people stood by it. Here it is. And it wasn't so much the pic I'm thinking about, it's the bridge. And I made a comment in the video. I said, I think it's about here, I'm not 100% sure. Well, big bad Trev on the case goes and gets an old map. Here we go. And as you can see, it's marked up there. It was indeed exactly where I thought it was. So I guessed that just by the shape of the road. But I was right, so that's marvellous. And then on top of that, I'm not sure whether or not Trev is involved in this or not, but somehow or other, I've ended up with this picture of it from a different angle. So there we go, that was the bridge up Smugglers Lane. Before my lifetime though. So there we go. Lovely. Right, let's head back. All those pieces of concrete, I think, made of concrete, I think anyway, still propped up along the side of the roadway there. Someone, I think it was Pete, if it was someone else I'm sorry, but I thought it was Pete, said to me they cover like a sort of a gully that's the other side where there's cables and that, but they're still propped up at the moment. That area there has been cut. It's right above where the plane used to be. Thankfully though, they left the plane. They probably realise it's a Teignmouth landmark now, and people are travelling from all over the country to come and see it, bringing in thousands upon thousands for the local economy. And of course we mustn't forget our slippage. I do like saying the word slippage. Another tourist attraction in its own right. Rapidly disappearing though, rapidly blending into the cliffs. And the final landmark of the wander, our wondrous waterfall. Doing quite good business today, isn't it? Lovely. There was a toot then in the distance, which I heard. So I started filming. And into Parsons Tunnel. Smashing. Right, time to feed our collection of Rufuses. I say collection because the other day I thought I saw two, and I got back, looked on the video on the big screen, there were three of them there. It's 3 Rufuses. So he's obviously got a stand-in or two. Probably so they can make sure they're always there to appear on camera. Anyway, gonna pop in and see if we can see our collection of robins. Anyone about? Hello? There's one there, look. There's one there, right in the middle. Hello, mate. You want some food, don't you? You want some food. Smash it, just hurry up, get the food out. And there's another one coming to my left. I'm not going to try and film that one. Anyway, let's get the food out. Here we go, we have one of them down there, picking up the bits I've deliberately dropped. Smash in. Plenty of mealworms up there. And I've also put some in the other Rufus container that was hung by somebody else. Right, I'll stand back and see if I see anyone, but I think they're all down there with what I've deliberately thrown on the floor. No, I've just filmed this for about a minute and a half and no one's come to it, so I stopped the thing, deleted it, restarted it, show it empty, and we're on our way. That was quite a few nice shots to begin with, wasn't it? Came down quite close. Lovely. And we've got a group of orange people up ahead, looking for something to cover in concrete. Don't know if you heard that or not. I tried to catch a bit of conversation on the sly. They're talking about abseiling down by a certain tree to do something. So no concrete. Lovely. And there they go, onto Spray Point. Yeah, I did see the train, don't worry. So they better leave Rufus alone, or there will be trouble. Hello, train. That's a big one. And there we go, walk through the gates that I forgot to film on the way up to indicate the end of the Seawall Wonder. Lovely. Strange to walk along squinting my eyes due to the sun. Pleasant, but strange. Just hear a train going by under the bridge. Just missed that, unfortunately. He saw it though, he's followed it across. There we go. Hope I didn't run too long, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much, Carol, for sending all those lovely pics. Yes. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Take care. Bye.